So honestly, me, you, and every big agency owner out there knows offer is the most important thing in your business. And so then the big question is what is the best one to run in 2025? So in this video, I'm going to be ranking offers from the best to the worst to help you guys determine which offer is going to make you the most money the fastest this year with your agency. And if you don't know me already, my name is Cole Christopherson. In the past 3 years, I've scaled 2 different marketing agencies to 100K a month and helped 120 people hit 10K a month. So I've tested pretty much every offer out there. So lock in and let's get to it. Now, the first offer I'm going to be going over is pay-per-close with a setup fee. This is basically like $2,000 up front, and you just pay me a commission of like the deals that you close, right? So let's say it was like solar, for example. You pay me $500 per solar installation you do, and you pay me $2,000 up front. Honestly, I like this offer, but I think it's really overrated. There were times where like people like Josh Rivera were hitting like 100K months with this offer, just like fucking cranking off setup fees. Everyone has this like big question of like, how am I gonna track how my clients are closing deals with this offer? When realistically, people are literally just cranking setup fees and just that's how they're making their money. I like this offer a lot for beginners. So I think B tier, maybe A tier, it depends where I put the other fucking offers, to be honest. This offer is so good is because it's like the best, most attractive offer. It really doesn't get more attractive than this offer. The problem is when you attract shit, you're gonna get shit. And what I mean by that is like, if I'm gonna put an offer out there, let's say even targeting agency owners, I'm like, agency owners, you only pay me once you get paid. Like that's the only time you're gonna pay me. Like, and that's my offer to you guys. I'm gonna kind of be attracting people who don't wanna spend money. And so that means the clients are gonna be bad, most likely. They're not gonna see results. And that's the reason why I don't like the offer. And it's just like hard to fulfill because again, you don't know when your clients are going to pay you. You don't know if they're lying to you. And so it's hard to actually get paid on the back end. And so if we're just relying on setup fees, that's not like a very reliable agency where we're going to be able to get paid month over month over month over month. Now, am I saying it's impossible to hit 100K a month or profit 30K months with this model? No, it's not. It's fully possible. I don't think it's like the best practice, right? And like my goal with these offers is literally like, what is going to be the offer that's going to be able to help us hit 100K months the most often, and like pretty much every niche, and I don't think this is the one. Now, the caveat with all of that is because the offer is so good, we're going to get leads for the cheapest. If we're running ads, our leads are going to be cheap as fuck. If we're doing cold outreach, we're going to book way more calls. The reason why I like this for beginners is because we're going to book more calls than fucking anybody else in any other offer because the offer's so good. So we're going to be able to get cash in the door because we're going to close those setup fees. We're going to be able to basically book as many calls as possible, get as many to show up, practice our sales process, practice our appointment setting script, practice our closing script. Honestly, I'm going to move this up to A tier because it's so good for beginners. But like if you're established, like and you're at like 30K, like I would not run this offer. Next offer, appointments or you don't pay. This is like just gonna be C tier. This is just some traditional offers like I'm gonna bring you 90 appointments in the next 30 days. You're not gonna pay a single penny. I'm actually gonna put appointments B tier. You guys have to think about it. The offer, yes, it's gonna help you get the cheapest and most leads, but like also the offer that you're running is going to bring you the exact lead that you want or don't want. So like I was talking about with pay-per-close, if you're saying you're not gonna pay me until you close, you're gonna bring in people who don't wanna spend any money. So these people for pay-per-close aren't even gonna wanna fucking give you ad spend. Regardless, appointments or you don't pay. This is gonna not give you the cheapest leads because it used to have. You used to be able to get like really cheap leads with this offer, but like markets are so fucking sophisticated nowadays that just like it's not super possible. Unless you go into some really blue ocean like niche, like some niche that's never been seen before. Like for example, there was this one niche of dog walkers where we went and guaranteed appointments and like one of my clients did it and then fucking slapped. Like back in the day on Facebook, we literally used to be able to put up an ad that said, we will get you lead, right? And it would fucking convert. Nowadays, because people are saying, you only pay me per close, you only pay me X, I'm going to guarantee you a million deals you don't pay. Ad costs are just going higher and higher. So the con with appointments you don't pay, I'm going to guarantee you 90 appointments you don't pay, is just the fact that like ad costs are going to be high. You're not going to book many calls. If we're going to put the same in the same industry, pay per close or 90 appointments you don't pay, we're going to get 10 times more appointments with pay per close, right? But they're going to be not as good. The appointments you don't pay, the good thing about the offer there is like we're inherently getting somebody that's sort of qualified. You saying appointments you don't pay means that they're going to pay something. So they know that they're going to spend money up front, and then if they're going to get the appointments, if they don't get the appointments, they're not going to pay for it. Now, if you're in like a sophisticated market like roofing, HVAC, like med spas, like chiro, dentists, like some like market that's been like red ocean, like there's a lot of people in it, like this offer again is just going to get you expensive leads. What you can do to it though, or I'll give you 2K for wasting your time. So like a stronger risk reversal, that's going to add some strength to the offer. Next, leads you don't pay. I would just say like D tier, or I'll put that C tier. It's just such a weak offer. Like 2 years ago, I ran that offer, 30 leads in 14 days you don't pay in solar. That fucking slapped. Like I'm going to be completely honest. So again, the caveat is like there's no perfect offer, but if you're going to go bring that leads or you don't pay offer into a blue ocean market, which it basically means like a market like that's never been seen before. So like the dog walking example, it will probably work. And I would run an ad like that. But like if you're in red ocean niches, like that shit's not going to fucking work. You're not going to be able to land clients at all. You're not going to be able to book calls. You'll be able to be on enough sales calls. Like it's honestly pretty cooked. Next is going to be just any lead magnet. I'm honestly gonna put this A tier, but behind pay-per-close. I like lead magnets. If you don't know what a lead magnet is already, it's just like giving something away for free. Let's say, I always like to use this example. If I'm targeting an agency owner, I would be like, I'm gonna give you this sales script for completely free. And then once you get the sales script, I try and basically book an appointment, because I'm like, I give you this sales script, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, what about when you land client? Then I try and would be like, okay, well, do you want me to help you one-on-one, like with your client fulfillment? Lead magnets for like ads, for either ads or outreach, anything like that. Honestly, I might put this above pay-per-close, and here's why. Like, it just is completely dependent on your industry. Like for solar, lead magnets were good, but we tried lead magnets in HVAC. We tried lead magnets, they were good. Med spa, we tried a lead magnet, it was good. What was an industry we tried a lead magnet and it was bad? Roofing. We tried roofing lead magnets and they were fucking pitiful. So lead magnet again would basically be me being like, hey roofer, do you want this free PDF on how I run my Facebook ads? The good thing about lead magnets is, if we're gonna think about a market, so there's 100% of that total addressable market. Let's just say the roofing industry. Only 3% of those people are actually ready and actively ready to buy something. You know what I mean? Only 3% of them. The other 97% breaks down like this. 30% at the very top aren't ever gonna buy shit ever. Another 33% mass market. So these people aren't looking to buy something, but they're not completely opposed to buying something. Another 33% are in the needs convincing. So they are basically, they're ready to buy something, but they just need to be convinced of like who to buy it from, or maybe they need to be convinced that there's like that big of a problem that they need to make a decision now. I would basically say, like, when you're doing a lead magnet, you're not just targeting the people who are buying something now. You're targeting everybody. So because of that, like, you're gonna get leads you're gonna get the most leads, like more leads than even pay-per-close. In the roofing industry, like I said, like the roofers, the lead magnet inherently is like, oh, learn how to do this. Learn how to do this. You can learn how to run your own ad. You can learn this sales script. But a roofer doesn't want to learn it. They just want it done for them. They don't want to learn how to run Facebook ads. They just want Facebook ads ran for them. So we weren't actually getting fucking clicks on our ad, right? Or no one was wanting to like opt in. And the reason for that was because literally, like, they just didn't want to do it themselves. They didn't want to learn how to do it. But in some industries, like, they do. And it works really, really well, to be completely honest. So again, you're targeting everyone. So you're going to get leads for the cheapest, and you're going to get the most leads. But not all leads are actually going to convert into calls. Typically, when we're running like a traditional offer like this, if we get a lead from text blast or cold email, we want like 1 out of 3 to be able to book a call. When it's a lead magnet, it's like 1 out of 10, right? 1 out of 15, which isn't like necessarily a bad thing, because also you're going to have those leads forever, right? So you're going to be able to send them that. And let's say 3 months down the line, they're no longer in that needs convincing part of the market, and they're actually ready to buy something. In that case, they're going to go buy something from you because you already helped them out for free, right? And it's just leading with goodwill. And honestly, it's a really good offer, and it's a really good way to like market, right, with a lead magnet. But the reason why I like it so much is because you're not running any type of guarantee. The clients that you're landing are fucking phenomenal, because you're not guaranteeing them anything. You're not they're coming in knowing that the results aren't guaranteed, and they're going to have to put in some work. So the clients you land are fucking amazing. That's why I like that type of outreach so much, my bad. Next, closes you don't pay. I'll put this with appointments. It's kind of the same thing. So instead of guaranteeing an appointment, I'm going to guarantee you a closed deal. Again, like, same thing. Like, if you're in the right industry, like, it can work. You can't guarantee someone fucking closes unless you're going to go close the deals for them, right? I can't guarantee you closed agency clients. Like, I can guarantee you booked appointments. If you're not going to be willing to go train sales, etc., I can't actually guarantee you them unless I give you a closer. So it's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't actually fucking guarantee that they're going to close deals. So it's basically just setting the fucking wrong expectations from the jump. You're asking for chargebacks if you're going to guarantee closes. Like, I would way rather fucking guarantee appointments. I would honestly way rather guarantee leads. Closes, you might get cheaper results like on your ads, or get more bookings, but it's honestly not worth it. Like, if you want more bookings, I would just go way rather do a lead magnet or pay-per-close. Next is going to be pay-per-appointment with a setup fee. S tier. This is like my favorite offer. Here's why. Not my favorite. It's going to be one of my favorite. Let's say pay-per-appointment. Let's just say $2,500 setup fee. We've seen when we get to $3,000 plus, it's a way harder sale. Pay-per-appointment. Let's say $200 an appointment plus $2,500 setup fee. They pay the $2,500 setup fee plus $200 per appointment. I think that's what I was saying. Anyways, so 2.5K and then $200 each. Let's say we book them 10 appointments month one. That's $2,000 in appointment fees plus $2,500 in the setup fee. That's collecting $4.5 fucking thousand dollars month one. That's basically like collecting a PIF. And the amazing part about pay-per-appointment is that month after month, first off, if you double their ad spend, right? You're like, hey client, do you want to spend $200 instead of $100 because of the results we're getting? And they're like, yes. Then you're going to double your LTV. They're going to double the amount of money they pay you month over month, every single month. There's no way you can do that with a traditional retainer model. I fucking love it for that. Number two, another reason why I love it is because LTV is way bigger. The client's going to pay you for a way longer amount of time, and churn is very, very minimal. Reason why is, let's say with the traditional retainer model, I wish I had like a Miro board up or something like that. Like month one, it's like you're charging 2K a month. The amount you charge is the same, but the value you provide is different. So month one, you charge 2K, but they make this much, right? They make 5K. Month two, you charge 2K, but they actually lose $1,000. They're going to cancel this month. Even though you made them $3,000 month one, the moment they make less money than they spend with you, they're gonna fuck you off. But with the pay per appointment, month one, boom, this much. Month one, you get paid this much. Month one, you don't provide that much value, you don't get paid that much. But at least you get to keep the client to be able to deliver for them the next month. Pay per appointment is how you get clients to pay you fucking forever, and you collect as much money as a PIF month one. Now, the offer is not the most attractive on the front end. It's more attractive than appointments where you don't pay. It's less attractive than a lead magnet and a pay per close plus a setup fee though. It might take a little longer to land a client with cold outreach or ads, but because of how much that client's paying you over time, holy shit, the offer is way better. Now, next, pay per show with a setup fee. I'm gonna put that behind lead magnets, above pay per close. So pay per show with a setup fee is gonna be the same fucking thing as pay per appointment, but we're like making sure they show up. The reason why I fucking hate pay per show now, I used to love pay per show. Like that's actually how my first agency hit 100K a month. The reason why I don't love it as much anymore is because it's so hard to agree on what the fuck a show is, right? With a client. Like in theory, pay per show is the same thing as pay per appointment, like only charging for a shown appointment instead of a booked one. The reason why this is good is obviously for the client, they're only paying for qualified appointments who actually show up. So you're allowed to charge way more. Like you can probably charge double of a booked appointment for a shown. So 150 for a book, you could probably charge, like we were charging fucking $400 for a shown appointment in solar, right? Because it's so high ticket. But the reason why I hate it is because you cannot fucking agree on what a shown appointment is. Like we had to set the expectation that if we connect you with the homeowner, that is a show. If we connect you with the prospect, that is considered a show. Like solar dudes were like, oh, like they didn't have both legs, which just means like the husband and wife wasn't there. Like, oh, they didn't have a copy of their power bill. Like these small things that we can't even fucking do. That's up to the sales rep to do it. And they're like, I'm not paying it. So we ran into a lot of shitty clients with pay per show. But again, in theory, it's the same thing with pay per appointment. If you can make it work for your industry, I actually like it more. But it was just like really, really hard. And I wouldn't suggest doing it. And if you were going to do it, that you are very, very strict with your client and you have to define what a shown appointment is. And all a shown appointment is that you just connect the homeowner with, or you connect the prospect with your client, and that is it. If they talk on the phone once, that's a shown appointment. After the prospect talks to the client once, that is no longer your lead. That is no longer your issue. The client has to deal with it. But I love that offer as well. Next is any no ad spend offer. Oh my fucking God. Best offer right now. Because we are seeing absolutely fucking crazy results offering no ad spend offers, so we're not running ads for them in like red ocean industries. So industries like solar, roofing, med spa, dentistry, gyms, like markets that like have traditionally ran a lot of Facebook ads. We're going to these markets and saying no ad spend. Now you're probably thinking, how are we offering no ad spend? We're either building a call center or we're doing text blasts. You have to think about it like this. When it comes to your agency, there's a bunch of ways you can land clients. You can do text blasts, you can do cold calls, you can do cold emails, you can do Facebook ads. It's the same way for your clients. Same exact way. The problem is all of your clients have been scammed multiple fucking times over and over and over and over again. Well, why would they go buy the same fucking thing that they got scammed from? You know what I mean? We're running ad spend offers and with all of these offers and fucking slapping. Pay per appointment with a setup fee, no ad spend. Pay per show, setup fee, no ad spend. Appointments you don't pay, no ad spend. We slap no ad spend on any offer, we pretty much start fucking slapping a crazy amount of deals. It's fucking insane. That's just changing the whole fulfillment model because ad spend makes everything so much more expensive, right? Imagine if we were doing pay per appointment with a setup fee, right? But with no ad spend. So instead of charging $150 for an appointment, we could probably charge $300 because our clients aren't paying for ads anymore. We get the 2.5K upfront for the setup fee plus $300 an appointment. We book them 20 appointments month one. That's 6K plus 2.5. That's $8.5 thousand month one. Because instead of them paying ad spend, they're just paying us. I want that fucking money. And oftentimes we're actually getting cheaper calls like B2C for our clients with text blast call center. So I fucking love that offer. If you guys can make it work, go make it work. Next, pay per appointment, prepay appointments. So this would be pay per appointment, but instead of a setup fee, bulk buy appointments. So the way we market the offer is the same, only pay per qualified appointment, etc. But instead of being like setup fee plus pay per appointment, it's going to be 4K for 20 appointments. That's it, right? And then if they want to do it again, they can go buy in bulk, like 18K for 100 appointments. And the reason why I like this, do I like this more than setup? I think I do. I think I do like this more than the setup fee. The reason why is because it's so fucking simple to sell. You get an appointment, right? You book a call, and then on the call, it's literally like, okay, Mr. John, you're going to get 40 appointments, and it's going to cost you $4,000. And then Mr. John prospect over here is like, okay, so if I'm going to get 20 appointments, I'm going to get 12 to show up. Out of 12, I can close 3, and 3 is going to make me $10,000. So do I want to buy it? Yes or no? Yes, it's going to make me money. Our close rate with that offer is literally fucking 47%. It's actually fucking nuts. And if you can actually deliver on it, it's going to be insane. If you can pair these two offers, no ad spend and prepay the appointments, oh my, like you can obliterate markets. You can literally fucking run markets. Pay per show, it's going to be the same thing as I said with the pay per appointment plus the setup and the pay per show plus the setup. It's the same exact thing as pay per appointment prepay, but it would be pay per show prepay. You pay $4,000 $4,000 for 12 shows, etc. And it's the same thing. It's a very transactional sell. That's why I like the offer. But again, it's hard to agree what a show is with a client. And then last is going to be retainer slash PIF. In my eyes, this is just like, I could go C tier, probably the last one. It's just going to be like, it worked, but only for blue ocean industries. If you want to actually like scale, I would say like we should realistically be offering something performance based. Like that's how we're going to build a big agency, just because it's like, well, we should probably be good at delivering our product and we should definitely get paid how much we're providing value. The traditional retainer slash PIF makes no fucking sense to me. It's like you have no skin in the game at all. You could really take their money and just fucking leave. And that's what people were doing. Don't love that offer. But let me know what you guys want to see. If I'm providing you value, sub below. As always, I appreciate y'all watching and I'll catch you guys soon.